Hello?
Hey there, Will. It's Rowan from Silver Tiger Media. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Very good, thanks, mate. It's brilliant to speak with you. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Very, very exciting times for us here in Australia. We're really looking forward to your visit in May. Have you been back since 2013?
No, we haven't. That was the last time I was in Australia for any reason, and I love Australia, so it's going to be great to come back. Like, it's probably my favorite place to tour, other than Japan. It's kind of a tie.
Oh, fantastic news. It's very exciting indeed. And, of course, we had the pleasure of your company for Soundwave back in 2010, and that was great.
Yeah, that was awesome. Such a good lineup, too. It was like Faith No More, Sunny Day, Real Estate, Glassjaw. It was just in awe the whole time.
Absolutely, and we've got our fingers crossed for maybe a visit in the next couple of years too. You and Matt have been the two constant members of Dance Gavin Dance. You're about to release your sixth album since 2005. I know it's a broad question, but how has the journey been for you?
It's fun. I mean, time just flies by. I can't believe that we've been in the band for 10 years now, and it just doesn't seem like it. And all the eras of the band just go by so quickly. And right now, the newest one, we're already like, damn, the acceptance speech has been out for a while, and we're putting out a new one, and it just seems like acceptance speech came out yesterday. So it's really fun. I mean, time flies by when you're having fun, and I definitely am.
Indeed, so they say. The new album, Instant Gratification, congratulations on your splendid work.
Thank you, man. I really, really dig this new one. It's my favorite DGD record so far. I think it's the most versatile and, just genre-exploring record we've ever done.
Absolutely agreed. And what an apt title for it. With the opening track, We Own the Night, it's instantly your signature sound and style. Yeah,
I think instant gratification kind of comes down to a lot of things. Like, there's a lot of characters on the record that John and Killian take on that come off very sarcastic, because they're not, all the lyrics aren't meant to be taken literally. There's a lot of sarcasm and role playing of different mind states that we think that lots of people have these days, and also just the way that society is. That we live in a society of instant gratification, and the cover of the record is robots versus animals, kind of like the singularity, and we were definitely giving a nod to a possible robot versus human battle scenario that the singularity could, inevitably come to. So there's a lot of things just about the way that society is that harken to the instant gratification title.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you for that. I was going to ask you about the cover art, and it is incredibly splendid indeed. The central theme to the album, I guess, is that singularity of the human society. Would that be an accurate take?
For some of it, yeah. I mean, it kind of takes on everything. But I think the instant gratification is pretty much a theme throughout the whole thing, and just the way that we are as a society now. So, I mean, the broader picture is just people in general and our take on humanity.
Absolutely fantastic. How has the reaction been to On the Run since its early release?
It's been great, and we've had even better reaction to We Own the Night, and we're really excited. Those songs just barely scratch the surface of what the album has to offer, so I can't wait for, everything to drop and to really see what, people think of the album as a whole.
Absolutely. Something New is a roller coaster of vocal sound. What's that song all about?
Something New, it's definitely a breakup song. It lyrically reminds me a lot of Doom and Gloom off the last record, which John and Killian wrote about me and my ex-girlfriend's breakup during the recording of the acceptance speech. And something new definitely makes me think of that when I listen to it.
Indeed, absolutely. I've got to ask you, mate, what do you like specifically about coming to Australia?
Everything. Like, it's just a cool environment. We meet a lot of great people. The way the venues are set up is awesome, just like how the 18 and over shows, and the culture is different. Like, in the United States, it seems like as people get older, they get less inclined to go out to shows. Like, there's some maturity idea of, like, listening to pop or whatever the fuck everybody listens to, and it's kind of bullshit, I think. And I think it's cool in Australia that it's a lot more socially acceptable to like whatever the fuck you like as you get older in your 20s and 30s. And we have a lot of people coming out to our shows in Australia from all different age groups, and it's just a cool environment.
Absolutely magnificent. Are you sure we can't make you the Minister for Tourism here? That's a great accolade.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. If I could get a dual citizenship.
Brilliant. What can fans expect from your Australian shows coming up starting May?
I feel like since the last time we've been there, we've really tightened up our live show. I've heard from a lot of people that right now we sound better than we ever have, and that's always been our main focus, because we don't put as much thought into the fluff of, like, the light show and all this, the backtracks. Like, we have no backtracks. We don't give a shit about the light show. We just want people to come and be there with us and have it, feel like a lot more intimate than a lot of bands out there that have all this stuff that I think distracts from the songs, because their songs just aren't strong enough to stand on their own. And I think ours are, and I like people to just be able to feel that and be there with us, and just expect the, best performances you've seen from DGD yet.
Oh, magnificent. I can't wait to see you on stage at the Corner Hotel in Richmond. That's on May 17th. Just the perfect venue for that intimate sort of approach with the audience. Yeah,
definitely. I'm stoked. I love the Australian venues. They're not too big, not too small for us, and it's just a good mix of everything.
Oh, brilliant. I have to ask you, Will, your current weapon of choice guitar-wise, what are you using at the moment or favouring?
When we recorded Instant Gratification, I used my Flying V that I've been using for a long time on our records and live, but I also used our producer's 1980 and 1985 Gibson Les Paul Customs, which I fell in love with, so I got home and bought a 1983 Gibson Les Paul Custom, and that's what I've been rocking on the last couple tours. It's got the original pickups and electronics and everything, and it's just amazing sounding. So I've been going back and forth between that and the Flying V live.
Oh, magnificent. The Flying V, that's the white one, yeah?
Yeah, it's a newer one. So a girl kicked over my old Gibson Flying V like 8 years ago at a show, and the headstock fell off, and I was just like torn apart. And so that same day I went to a Guitar Center and I just bought a brand new Flying V, which is the white one, to comfort myself, and I've been using that ever since.
Oh, magnificent. But what a horrible story, dear, oh dear. I'll take it a member of the crowd.
Yeah, her dad was there too, and I was like, what the fuck? And her dad was like, well, this kind of thing happens, and she was crying, and I didn't want to upset her really, so I just didn't really press anything. It was like, yeah, it's okay, it's not a big deal, even though I went backstage and was like,
Oh no, terrible. I've got to ask you, Guitar Center, that was the one in Hollywood, yeah?
Actually, the Guitar Center I went to buy that V was on the East Coast. I think it was near, it's somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Oh, right. You just gave me fond memories of the one in Hollywood. I was in there recently and just wanted to buy everything.
Yeah, the one in Hollywood on Sunset is classic. Like, yeah, I've been there a million times. They have a great selection. So I have to buy a guitar from there.
Magnificent. I've got to ask you, Will, do GDG have any wild rider requests?
No, we've always been pretty chill with the rider. For a while, we had a bottle of Jack but we would just get too crazy, so we even toned it down from that. We just have like hard ciders, some beers, veggie tray. We keep it simple.
Oh, fantastic. Absolutely terrific. Look, would you fit your music now with the release of this album into a genre? It seems to me to be genre unrestricted. You really are exploring. Would you select a genre for your music?
Yeah, I think all of our records, I've wanted to just do a little bit of everything, but there's always kind of been that post-hardcore, like, progressive backbone of like the music that I grew up on, like At the Drive-In, Glass Jaw, Thursday. But I feel like the new record's the first one where it's really like impossible to pigeonhole it, because song by song it completely changes, and I don't even think the new record has a genre. It's just like our attempt at like all genres, basically.
Indeed. I wouldn't say an attempt. I'd say it's an absolute success.
Thank you.
Pleasure indeed. Look, do you have a favourite gig from the past that it really stands out in your memory?
One of my favorite tours was definitely that Soundwave we did. We got to go to dinner with all the bands, and I sat next to a bunch of dudes in like Glassjaw, and it was just like a dream come true for me, basically. I've always wanted to tour with Glassjaw. If we got to do a like U.S. tour or any region where it was like us and Glassjaw, it would make my life.
Oh, magnificent. I have to ask too, where do you come up with these such colourful names for the music? It's really been a style ongoing since you started.
All kinds of places. I mean, we all name different songs and have different meanings to the song names, and we approach our band in a lot more playful, fun way than I think a lot of bands do, because our lyrics aren't always super serious, even though they do go there. They also go to like sarcastic places, funny places, storytelling places. Like, we're not just trying to be a one-trick pony as far as our feel. And same thing with the song titles. Like, there's serious song titles, and then there's just funny ones that don't really have any meaning, you know. So I think we strike a balance between having fun and also taking it seriously.
Oh, brilliant. Look, I've got to say, I still think Pussy Vultures is my absolute favourite title.
Oh, yeah. That one I named because the day that we wrote that song in practice, I was online looking on Reddit, and there was something about Pussy Vultures, and so I clicked it, and a guy talked about the meaning of the word Pussy Vultures, which would do to hang around you just because they think your girlfriend's hot, and then when you break up, they try to get at her. And then John saw that the same day that I wrote it, and I talked to him about it, and then I named that song Pussy Vultures, and he ended up incorporating that into the lyrics too, and making the song about that. So it all just came together, and that's what it really is about, Pussy Vultures, which are complete douchebags.
Oh, that's magnificent. I just love that track. I can't get enough of it. Look, congratulations on the new album. And we have the pleasure of your company starting on May the 14th in Perth, and I know there's a lot of excitement surrounding your tour. We can't wait to see you here, so travel safe, my friend, and we'll catch up when you get here.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm excited to be there.
Absolutely. Thanks again for your time, Will.
All right, no problem. Talk to you later.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.